The coronavirus outbreak has changed everyday life in the US. Face masks are now mandatory in many public places, and they're becoming a symbol of the outbreak. The Historical Society of Washington, D.C. has been collecting personal stories and photographs to document how the outbreak has changed life in the US Capitol.
One gentleman has a handmade mask, right? He's got a scarf that he's using as a mask. Another one has a purpose-built mask. And then there's a third gentleman who's not wearing a mask at all. And this is all on one street corner. And I think it's sort of emblematic of the fact that while this is an experience that is happening to everybody, COVID-19 and everything else we're going through is touching and affecting everybody, but it's not affecting everybody the same way.
Washington's shelter-at-home order has now been lifted, but the city is still only starting to reopen. The museums here on the National Mall have been shut since the coronavirus outbreak spread across the US in March. Much has happened since then, including the death of George Floyd, which sparked nationwide protests. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Demonstrators have taken to the streets to show their anger over Floyd's death in police custody, while the country is still in the grip of COVID-19. Despite the sudden shift in national focus, historians are calling on people to preserve artifacts from the COVID era.
Once we have a vaccine, some people may say, I really don't want this reminder of this very difficult time around. So we want to reach out to people and tell them, we know this object may be painful to you, but it will have meaning for people in the future, so please set it aside.
More than 100,000 people have died with COVID-19 in the US so far, outstripping the death toll for US troops in the Vietnam War. It's too soon to write history books about the current pandemic, but 2020 is already being compared to the 1960s, perhaps the last time this country saw seismic changes coming one after the other. Giles, Gibson, CGTN, Washington.